These speakers argue that combining high-quality driving education, improved infrastructure, and effective enforcement that will deliver the best outcomes for all users, and called on stakeholders to work together to implement these measures. Modo Baji, CEO of Front Star Driving School, outlined the institution's contribution to safer roads through a sound, applied curriculum that students can use to maintain safety in traffic. He said the school combines classroom instruction with hands-on training so learners graduate with both the knowledge and practical ability to drive safely.
The way we train the students is first we start with the introduction. That is to train the student and introduce the vehicle to the student, and then what the vehicle can do. Because he said, we train you on the anatomy of the vehicle.
Absolutely.
When to drive, when not to drive, what to do before going to the vehicle, after when you are in the vehicle, what to do before you start moving. It's like this is the introduction part. And that is very important, Kausu. You see, if you don't know the danger behind anything, you don't have any fear on that particular thing. So that's why the introductory part is very important. After that, now we start with the safety. And that's why we have doctor who is also now helping the school on that. Sure. Because we've seen it necessary to have Mr. Dr. Gassama in the school to help the students.
Leading road safety expert Mamadou Gassama, speaking on the broader role of driving schools in promoting road safety, stressed that knowledge must be paired with safe behavior, consistent law enforcement, and continuous education. He argued multi-sectoral action involving road authorities, enforcement bodies, and training providers to tackle road safety challenges effectively.
Knowledge is very critical. Therefore, Front Star and all the drivers training school, they are very important. So wherever you are, and you have established an institution to train, to give knowledge to people. Oh my God, that's very important, especially in road safety. You cannot, because if you look at it, if you unpack it, the 3 E's, which we always talk about. If you want to if you look at road safety holistically, yes, then you have to look at the environment, the engineering aspect of it. Yeah. And of course you have to look at the enforcement. The laws will be there, but enforcement, if you don't enforce the laws, absolutely, they'll be useless. Then, of course, the third one, which is education. So education is so critical. We cannot leave it behind. And that's why this Front Star training school is so important, other training schools. So it's very critical to know why knowledge? Why knowledge? Because road safety is surrounded by, it's a very complex phenomenon, very, very complex. Absolutely. That's why when you look at it, it's like you don't have one size fits all. You have to have a holistic approach to road safety, not pointing a finger at one institution or one individual or one entity. No, you have to look at holistically. And that's where this system now, what we call internationally, is safe systems approach. There has to be a multi-sectoral, action.
One of Front Star's instructors and teachers, Amadou Jallo, noted that many accidents stem from a lack of defensive driving techniques and the skills to protect oneself in hazardous situations. Jallo shared practical tips for drivers, including maintaining safe, following distance, scanning the road ahead, using mirrors effectively, managing speed for conditions, anticipating hazard, and keeping vehicles properly maintained to avoid breakdowns and loss of control.
Occurring because of drivers doesn't know the technique and they didn't learn about defensive driving. Learning around the corner and just to get into the car driving 100 kilometers per hour is not correct. You got to respect the road signs. A defensive driver should look at the road signs and respect them and go according to the speed which is given mandatory on the road, and you have to respect that. Without that, you are not a defensive driver. A defensive driver should be wise enough to treat his colleague, he is the wisest driver which is using the road. You will see to it that he will be very careful. There will be no crash. And even the pedestrian or people standing by the roadside, he have to treat them as a mad person. If you just have that at the backbone of your mind whilst driving, you can able to avoid. Because always in a defensive driving, they are telling you the life you save may be yours.
Gassama also advised road authorities to prioritize good road design and clear signage, and said drivers should be taught to recognize and respond to road signs as part of their training. Baji added that Frontstar does not simply teach and release students. The school tests trainees on what they've learned and provide remedial support to address weaknesses before certification, reinforcing competence on the road. For Star TV News, this is Awasane.